Hi everyone, this is Jacen Sharkey with Stories and Sound with the Literacy Coalition. Here is my mom once again.
Hi everybody.
And today we'll be doing candy chromatography.
Right, chromatography. Chroma means color in Greek, and the graphy part refers to writing. So basically it's color writing.
And the book that would be good to relate to this would be A Bad Case of the Stripes.
By David Shannon.
And it's a lot about colors, so...
There's also a great book called The Day the Crayons Quit. That's another really fun story to read with your little ones. So what we need for today's candy chromatography project are salt, a jar or a beaker if you have one, some water, coffee filter, white coffee filters are best, a pencil, a plate. It can be plastic or glass,
Iron Man.
but it should not be made out of paper. You're gonna need some Scotch tape, a dropper or a pipette, a ruler, some scissors, and a toothpick, and candy. So today we are using M&Ms and Skittles, but you can use any kind of candy that has color coding.
No fair, you're making me hungry.
And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix a solvent. Now this is a salt water solution that we're gonna use for our chromatography.
Yeah.
So you start with 3 cups of water, cup number 1, and 2, and then this is cup number 3. Then you need to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. That's the smallest of all the little spoons that you've got. So go ahead and add your salt.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Wait, I think there's some more in there.
Get it in there. All right. Now, you're gonna wanna stir until it's completely dissolved. So
I would say, what are these again? Like coffee?
I like using a chopstick
Yeah,
because you can just
chopsticks.
wash it, but you can use the straw, you can use the pencil, whatever it is you like. So while I'm stirring, Jason's going to open up his packet of Skittles and M&Ms, and he's gonna sort the candy by color.
Okay. It's not a smart move putting it on the table.
So, you're also going to take coffee filters, and you're going to make chromatography paper.
We would say that 3 of each one is better.
Yeah, you can do 3 colors, 4 colors.
And these are chocolate M&Ms, but we're out of chocolate M&Ms, so we're going to be using peanut ones.
It works too.
So we'll just put the chocolate ones, this one right here.
I'm stirring until the salt completely disappears. Do you see any salt in the bottom?
Nope.
Nope, it's totally gone. It doesn't take that long.
Yeah, it really does.
So Jason is separating the candies into groups by color. And why that's important is if we're going to compare green to green, yellow to yellow, red to red, if we can.
Yeah. Hand me this.
There's your M&Ms.
Those are chocolate ones.
Now, we took our coffee filters and we cut little strips out of them ahead of time to make our chromatography paper. You don't need expensive paper. A coffee filter works just fine.
Is it just me, or are peanut M&Ms bigger than normal M&Ms?
Well, yeah, they have peanuts inside.
Yeah, true.
So, Jason, do you have your colors ready?
Almost just have one more set to go.
Okay.
Done.
Awesome. So our matching colors today are going to be red and orange and green. Those are the 3 that we're going to be working with. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
So brown will stay out and yellow will stay out. So we're just going to use 3.
first thing you need to do is take your dropper and pull out some of this solution.
Yep. I like doing it.
Right. So then I want you to take and make like one fat spot, like 2 or 3 drops. There you go, that's good. And then separate and make some more droplets. Nice. And get some more water and do it on the other
there's
side.
still plenty of water in here.
And do it on the other side. You don't want to make big splatters. You want to make small little groups. There we go. That's nice.
Sorry about that one. That one's a little big.
That's okay.
I'm gonna add to this one.
Okay. Now, squeeze our extra water out. Step 2 is going to be to take one of each color and put it on your chromatography solvent, the salt water.
All right, so this area will be the Skittles.
Uh-huh. Very nice.
As you can see, I'm not very sure, but I think it looks like that it's already starting to dissolve the stuff off of it.
That's right. The saltwater solution is going to dissolve part of the candy coloring, and so you're going to end up with this colored drop of water.
Yep.
We're going to let this sit for about a minute or two before we take our samples.
Yep.
So,
I moved the stuff out of the way.
we take our chromatography paper and we draw a line about a ½ inch from the bottom. And then you can label one M&M, and then the other one you can label Skittles or with an S. So you're gonna draw a line about a ½ inch from the bottom.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Right.
There's technically no bottom or top on this, so
Very good.
just do it wherever you want.
And Jacen put an S on this
There.
one for Skittles.
Mm-hmm.
So, as the candy coating starts to dissolve, what you're going to do is you're going to take a toothpick in just a minute and you're going to dab some of the water below that line.
Yep, I think the Skittles may be ready.
Almost. A little bit longer.
All right, you go back in there.
Now, I'm going to put some water in this jar so it's going to make it a little bit easier for us to add our paper in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually did this experiment already, and that way we can show you guys what your chromatography paper is going to do.
Yeah, because it takes forever for it to just get to the right spot.
It takes about 10 minutes or so for the water to soak up the color, and the color is going to move up the paper at different rates.
Mhm.
So for instance, for the M&Ms we tested yesterday, the blue traveled further than the yellow, which traveled further than the orange, which traveled further than the red. And if you think about the rainbow, it kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, and it's
So,
mysterious.
Let's remove our candies and put them right here on this filter.
Yep, with the M&Ms that are not being used.
Yep. There we go.
Moving the chocolate M&Ms out of the way.
We're gonna do our Skittles first. Now take your toothpick.
First, oh, wait. Skittles
Yeah, you can
first.
leave this for now.
Oh, okay.
So take your toothpick, dab it inside the color, and then put a little spot below the line. Okay?
There we go, that's
Now,
good.
You're gonna need to dab it 2 or 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Because you want to be able to see the color
Mhm.
when you get started.
And number 3.
Very nice. Now, switch to a different side of the toothpick so it's clean.
And then
Pick a new color. Yep. Very nice.
1.
And then he's adding some
2,
green to his paper.
3. There we go. Dab
Okay.
it 3 times. Oh no, I don't know if there's gonna be enough room for red.
It's going to be a little ticky, so you need a new toothpick for the red.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, if you run out of sides on the toothpick, oh whoops. If you run out of sides on the toothpick, then you're gonna have to get a new one.
Yeah.
'Cause you don't want your colors mixing up. That may hurt the experiment. Oh,
Right.
Ah.
That's okay.
All right, there we go. I believe it's good.
Yeah.
Now we got the Skittles one good.
Okay.
So now what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to take your tape.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
oh God, this doesn't cut very well.
You don't need a huge piece of tape, so I'm going to make this a little bit smaller.
Yeah. Sorry.
Now, what we're doing is the plan is to take our chromatography paper
and attach it to a pencil.
to just barely have it drape inside our saltwater solution. That's why I pulled some of the water out. What's going to happen is you don't want too much water in there, because if you do, it's just going to wash all the coloring off.
Mm-hmm.
So you want just enough so that the water just barely touches your paper.
Yeah.
Like that. And then
Now-
you're going to let it sit, and the water is going to soak up the paper using capillary action.
Now we're getting the peanut M&Ms off, and we are going to start dabbing.
Fresh toothpick?
This was the one I used for the red, I believe, so I'm going to
Okay.
use this one.
Good call. A good scientist knows we don't want cross-contamination. Now, this is an experiment you can do with candy.
2,
You can do it with
3.
markers. You can do it with jelly beans. There's all kinds of different things that you can use to give it a try. Okay?
Here we go.
And then I'm gonna use this to do the orange.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that was orange.
Yeah, that was orange.
Sorry. All right, now, gonna take your chromatography paper. Gonna put a piece of tape on it.
And then get a pencil.
I'm gonna use my little chopstick.
Yeah,
That should be
chopstick,
just
that works
fine.
as well.
And then we're gonna drop it just enough so that it touches the water.
Boom.
I'm gonna roll my chopstick so it doesn't just soak in there. And then you're gonna wait. Now,
But we're not gonna wait because we just showed you.
it's gonna take some time, but it's gonna travel all the way up. And when it gets almost to the top, you're gonna pull out your paper and set it on a nice flat surface so that it can dry. I used my lovely Primetime Palm Beach County folder. That's nice and tough. So I'm able to track all of our chromatography from before.
And the best part about this is that you can eat the candy at the end.
That is a pretty good part too. Well, thanks for watching, and we hope you had fun and find some cool ways to do candy chromatography at home.
This video was brought to you by
The Children's Service Council of Palm Beach County.
Primetime and the Literacy Coalition's Stories and STEM.
Thank you so much for watching.
And we will see you on the next Stories and STEM video. Cut!